Is opening night bigger for the Clippers or the Lakers?
It's actually bigger for the Clippers. Look, we've seen LeBron James teams, guys. Stephen A., we've seen him in Miami and in Cleveland start slow. You know, we've seen them get off to starts. You're like, whoa, this is supposed to be a super team that's going to crush everyone in the East? This really looks in disarray. In fact, one year in Cleveland, it was like, are they going to even win a playoff series? It looked like that for a while. It's nothing new for LeBron. And he's joining a team, or rather AD is joining a team, where it's a lot of different parts all coming together at once, trying to form like Voltron. Voltron's just not created overnight, Stephen A. I'm sure those guys have to figure that all out. And that's the point. The Clippers are a team. Even though they subtracted two big pieces, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will one day be, it looks like an all-star caliber player maybe, is already a nice young player, but he's not there yet. And Danilo Gallinari is really nice, he's a good player. But neither one of those guys is Paul George, let alone Kawhi Leonard. So they have replaced two important pieces, but with two much more important pieces. And otherwise, they join a team that's already a cohesive unit with a championship coach in a good organization, the whole thing. A team that just won 48 games and won 2 games, took 6 games, took the Kevin Durant-led, fully healthy Warriors 6 games, and then added these 2 guys. So given LeBron's slow start and the fact that people realize it really isn't formed as a team yet, and what I just said about the Clippers, it's more important for the Clippers. But then there's also this. The Clippers have a window of opportunity right now. I think they can win the championship this year. They had what looked like a window of opportunity 5 years ago when the Lakers were just terrible, and they remained terrible year after year. And the Clippers had Lob City. Not only did they have Blake and DeAndre, they traded for Chris Paul after the league undid a trade for Chris Paul to the Lakers. And it looked like, oh my God, the Clippers are so much better than the Lakers. They have this chance to really make some new fans in LA, and it went by the wayside. That opportunity's over. That window's closed. That Clippers team is gone, and the Lakers are a powerhouse again. So once again, there's urgency on the Clippers. In fact, opening day, if you have to choose between the two, more than on the Lakers.
Well, first of all, I'm not going to choose between the two because I think it's equally important for both of them. But I would tell you, while I don't necessarily disagree with your points, rather, about the Clippers, I would ask you to consider what the Lakers situation is. You had drama all offseason, but you ultimately acquire Anthony Davis. Magic Johnson leaves at the end of the regular season. Other free agents weren't considering coming. Kawhi Leonard supposedly was considering coming. I was being told that if it wasn't the Clippers, if they didn't step up and get Paul George, he would have ended up a Laker, which is something that I had reported at that particular moment in time. But the Clippers ended up getting him, so he didn't come there. You also have a situation where LeBron James not just wasn't in the finals, he missed the playoffs altogether for the first time in 9 years. And so when you look at it, and this is not Cleveland, he's not back in Cleveland, he's in L.A. And L.A., as you well know, Max, doing afternoon drive there with your brother Marcellus Wiley all of those years, you know better than most what it is about the Los Angeles Lakers and the mystique that comes associated with them. All of that stuff you did in Cleveland don't mean a damn thing to Los Angeles Lakers fans. They have a standard, a tradition, and a history that spans decades before LeBron James was even born. So when we take that into consideration, and then you arrive as the preeminent superstar, there are expectations that come with you as well. So this is not a comfortable situation. I believe that LeBron James is going to wreak havoc. I think we're going to see the best of LeBron James that we may not have seen in years. And I think he's going to win league MVP. I think he's going to be that much of a monster for everybody. But make no mistake about it. The Clippers are coming. And opening night, let's remember, even if you lose, Kawhi is still there. Paul George is still there. That in and of itself is something you never pulled off in the history of your franchise. You got the billionaire owner. You're recognized as a first-class organization. Jerry West is the right hand of the billionaire owner. And, oh, by the way, you got Doc Rivers. Who do you have if you're the Lakers? You got Frank Vogel. Now, I like Frank Vogel. And Frank Vogel had a couple of good years in Indiana with the Pacers. I like him. I'm happy for him, even though I think that it's a foregone conclusion that Jason Kidd is going to be the head coach of them in the next couple of years. But make no mistake about it, there's a few question marks about the Los Angeles Lakers. And I don't think it's that important because it's just opening night. But all I'm saying is when you look at the two, The same things you could say about the Clippers to some degree
Sure,
in terms of significance, you could say it about the Lakers.
Sure,
to me,
but you gotta
Christmas Day is more important than opening night.
Yeah, but you have to choose a side, and all the questions about the Lakers don't get decided opening night. Like, I think now that the Warriors have been broken up, and you have a lot of teams with a big two, but not a genuine big three, right?
Okay.
In fact, the only big three where all three are likely all-stars really still is the Warriors if Clay got back healthy, right? My point is, once you're in that position, actually it becomes much more about the role players and stuff like, like those marginal, more seemingly marginal
but
things.
Mac, the question, the role players are a question mark for the Lakers, not the Clippers.
Right, but they're not the kind of question marks that could be answered night one. So, for example, can Avery Bradley still defend? Can he still be that kind of player? If he can, Avery Bradley might be the starting point guard. But what Avery Bradley are you getting? Is it just whatever name brand he has?
Avery Bradley ain't starting over no Rajon Rondo.
Actually, he may eventually, or he may finish over Rondo. We'll see. But I think that's their best lineup. Just give and let Rondo run the second unit. My point is, he's a significant piece. Boogie Cousins, like people don't even remember Boogie Cousins on the Los Angeles Lakers, brother.
Yeah.
But is it Boogie Cousins or is it name brand only? And that we're not going to find out opening night. We're going to find those questions out over the course of a season. And that, I think, more than anything else. Look, if Boogie Cousins is mostly back to being Boogie Cousins, Lakers have to be the favorites. But we don't know that, and we're not going to know day one.
The Clippers were just as significant in free agency as the Los Angeles Lakers, which is a miracle in Los Angelians' eyes. The fact that they pulled that off opening night is not going to faze you at all about the Clippers. Regardless
It's
of
going to
what
be incredible. Thank you so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.